We're going to talk about two things that drive most lace knitters crazy, which is matching the size of your yarn overs and matching your SSK to your knit two together. So let's take a look. Here we have in the pattern a yarn over, a knit through the back loop yarn over. So we want the two yarn overs to be exactly the same size. So a traditional yarn over, normal yarn over, is going over the needle and it's slanting up and to the left. And that looks the same whether you're a picker or a thrower. It's going over the needle. And if you hold the needle parallel to the table, you'll see it slants up and to the left. So one way to make them match is do a traditional yarn over, slanting up and to the left. There's my knit through the back loop, followed by a backwards yarn over, slanting down into the left. So you can see already that they are symmetrical. They're perfectly matched. Now here in the pattern, it's followed by a purl stitch, and that's okay. I'm just going to hang on to it, and I do a purl. If it's knit, it's even easier. Let's take a look at that. So even without working them, you can see that those are going to be perfectly matched. So the important thing when you work them is to, of course, when you work over those yarn overs, to work into the leading leg to make sure that they stay open. Now let's look at an SSK. Traditional SSK, of course, involves slipping 2 stitches as if to knit. The reason we do that is because we have to reverse their stitch mounts so that the leading leg, the leg that's closest to the tip of the needle, is in the back so that we can work through the leading leg without twisting. But 2 things stretch them out a bit. One is that when we slip a stitch as if to knit, we can actually kind of untwist the plies a bit, which makes the yarn itself a little looser. 2 is any manipulation of the stitch stretches them out a bit. So I'm going to show you 2 alternative SSKs. One is slipping only the first stitch as if to knit. Now put it right back on the needle and knit 2 together through the back loop. So what that does is it opens up the first stitch so that it lies open because we've reversed the stitch mount, but the bottom stitch is twisted on purpose, which makes it lie flatter. But I'm going to show you one other trick, and that's what I call my one-step SSK. So you can do the same thing in one move. Enter the front loop of stitch number 1, pivot the needle around, enter the back loop of stitch number 2, and knit them together. And there you have a one-step SSK.